welcome to the channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to solve a problem that is, if you do not have enough 3-pin or 4-pin connections on your motherboard. Now, as I said in the last video, please only do this to your own stuff. Do not do it to somebody else's stuff. If you get paid to build something, please don't do that, because that could lead to all sorts of trouble that you don't want. So, first off, take your USB cable off. I should say out of the packaging. Now, I got this at a store called the Dollar Tree, and it's a dollar store, and every once in a while they have stuff like this. So I only paid $1 for this. Stretch it out. This is the end that I'm keeping. This is the end I'm going to get rid of. So, now I never tried this cable. This is a USB, what they call a micro USB end, which used to be called USB-C, because they had, for USB, they had USB-A, USB-B, USB-C, and USB-D. Well, nowadays, USB-C is a different type of charging port, like for certain things. This used to be the USB-C. Now they call it USB micro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wire cutters here, and I'm going to just cut it off just like that. And as you can see, there are wires in there. So now I got to figure out a way how to strip the material away, because I've never worked with this cable. So what I'm going to do, there we go. Actually, that messed it up, so I got to do it again. Nope, that didn't work either. Now, this cable I got is kind of flat. It's tangle proof, so it's going to take me a little bit to get it just right. There we go. Now, the colors of the wire are just all copper, so we'll figure it out. This is the first time I've ever worked with a cable like this, so we're going to see what happens. Okay, so I got my cable parted out, as they would say. So on a USB micro cable, when you cut it, it looks like this. Now what I'm going to do, to be on the safe side, I have never seen the inside of a micro USB cable. So this is all copper. I could figure out the ground wire, the 5-volt wire, and the 12-volt wire, but it would be better to have a USB-B end for that, because that will give you what you need to cut it out. So I got to go find that. But for the meantime, there is another solution that you could use. And I've done this before. You use the Molex connection. You don't use the yellow wire. And the reason that is because if your motherboard has a controller on it and it wants to slow the speed down, it slows the flow of power through the 12-volt wire. If you directly hook it up to a USB, it's just on, it'll pop, you'll actually damage the fan. So you don't want to use that. So in this case, if you could see it, I'm just cutting I cut that real short. Why was that? I'm not using the 12-volt wire here. I'm only using the 5-volt and the ground. Now, if you're going to make it USB, buy a USB cable that has the USB-B end on it. That's the one that goes into the back of your printer. That's the end that goes into the back of your printer. And the reason that is you could separate wires, and it has red, it has green, it has black, and all that stuff. Now, unfortunately, I don't have one. I thought, and the ones I do have, I paid quite a bit of money for, so I don't want to ruin those. So I'm going to go with an alternative. You know, that's why I don't edit stuff out on my videos, because I want people to see the real challenges sometimes of fixing stuff. And like a lot of stuff that I do is for my own stuff. As I stated before, I would never ever, if someone was paying me to build a computer and I didn't have the right stuff, I would go buy the right stuff. But since it's my own personal stuff, I do this stuff all the time. Saves me a little money. I can get, you know, if it's the end of the wire, cut it off, do something else until I'm able to afford to go buy a new one. So, to get back to the video here, I'm going to strip the wire. I'm going to strip the wire here. So what you want to do is, this is the ground wire. And you want to keep twisting the wire. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do that so I get a clean connection. Take the IDE line, make sure you plug it into the ground. Because if you don't and you turn it on, you're going to hear a loud pop and you're going to smell it. And certain instances, it hasn't happened to me. But I was talking to somebody who did. You could possibly smoke the fan. so I have it, and the ground wire doesn't matter. The ground is the ground in this case, but just for doing it sort of the right way here, I'm going to move this ground wire over here. Now, when I turn this on, you're going to see the fan spin. I'm not sure. Let me turn the... You should see that fan spin. If not, if you see me pull the plug real quick, that means it popped. Oh, I forgot. I turned the power off. Here we go. There you go. You see it spinning. You didn't hear a pop. So now what you do is I'll take some electrical tape. I forgot where I put it. And what I'll do is I'll just wrap it around there. It's spinning as fast as the intake fans. So you could do it the way I have it set up, or a USB cable. Now, this was the first time I worked with a micro USB cable. This would not have been good. I would have popped the fan motor. And what would have happened is, as I stated earlier, it would have smelled, it would have done all sorts of things you didn't want it to do. And it would have been kind of dangerous depending on your situation. So here's how I finish this off. All right, there we go. So it is all sealed off now. And if for some reason, let's say get a new power supply, you just undo the tape and retape it up. So there you have it. All right, there we go. Just pinch it. there you go. So that is it for this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications.